Hey, all of you lovely, friendly Vikings. Thanks for tuning in to the Blades of Ragnarok, which originally aired live on Twitch. There's really no changes to the rules or goals, so without further ado, let's get back to the action. So, a quick little recap of what has been going on. We finally researched geothermal generators, and that is going to allow us to significantly redesign our base a bit. One of the biggest changes will be probably removing all the other renewable energy resources and just moving them, because they're simply just in the way. My voice should sound different. It's a different microphone and a whole lot of different recording chain. In fact, let me see. As you can see, all of this new equipment here, sort of monitoring and making sure that I sound, I don't know, appropriate, I guess. Okay. I don't have all the sound treatment in, but that will come in time. All right. So back to the recap. We've got some geothermal generators to tap, and of course, for whatever reason, this boreal forest we're in is full of them. We are quite literally surrounded by geothermal generators, or geothermal steam geysers, I should say. Other projects that we're working on, we have some world quests. We have a world quest to hunt the Njörun and to go to a legendary grave. These, of course, are going to time out, and I don't believe we're going to be able to do both. We don't really have the means for rapid transport yet. We are currently researching transport pod, but it's going to be a little bit until we have the built up required chem fuel and things like that. We have started to set up beekeeping, but I gotta say, this is a terrible, terrible setup, and I'll probably dramatically redesign this setup. In fact, I'll probably break all of this down and just do it better. You know, do it better. So for all of you pushing up that hype train, thank you so very much. Let me see. Right at the start, Embrador, if I'm saying that right, gifted out 5 subs. Well, thank you. All right, let me get the show on the road. Wow. I try to catch up with chat here. So I think what's going to be most important, right off the bat, is you guys are going to decide if I prioritize the current quest that I have or not. So we have a hunt and we have a legendary grave, or we can prioritize the base. So I'm going to be leaving this poll up just a little bit, just so that the people that are trickling in at the start of the stream get a chance to vote. I don't want to deprive them of the ability. But what I'm also going to do, so that we have time to get to these things, because of course, you know, well, let's see. The quickest one is the hunt, which is a 5-day left. And we are about a day, let's call it 2 days, 2 days travel. So we have a little bit of time to embark on these. And just a little reminder, of course, we have a pretty healthy amount of pemmican that we kept from the last sort of trip that we took. We do have a far skip side trainer. The thing with that is that we don't have anyone capable of using it right now. Sven is side link 4 out of 6. As soon as he hits 6, he can be far skipping us around the map. The idea basically is to use pod launchers to pod out and far skip to come home. If we get two far skippers, you can even just pod launch one person, far skip the group out, and then come home. So there's a bunch of different ways to travel. One thing we won't be able to do is the Imperial shuttle travel. Far skip, yeah, actually, no, you're right. Far skip is level 5, not 6. So Sven's close. Currently, neither of these quests reward me in neurotrainers or anything like that. But it's possible that there might be a neurotrainer in the legendary grave, but I somehow doubt it. Another thing to remember, of course, is that we've got Erickson and Kim. These are our new prisoners. And I'm going to set them both up to be recruiting. Erickson was just, I guess, enslaved technically, or rather imprisoned. Just imprisoned at the end of last episode when we went for our little bit of a raid and we returned home. And that was the very end of that stream. Other updates. Well, let's see. Arna is no longer embedded in the mountain. That was a very, very strange occurrence. I've truly never seen anything like that. I'm a little tempted to report it to Tynan, the main developer, or at least to one of the developers, to be like, hey, I don't think this is supposed to happen. But part of me feels like it's hilarious, and I shouldn't do that. I should just let it happen. Because it was pretty hilarious. If you're curious what happened, it is on YouTube. The Where Did She Go episode. But the TLDR, or the whatever, is that I chaos skipped her, and she ended up in this mountain here. And I hadn't discovered that there was area here, so she basically ended up in the shadows. I just, like, skipped her into nowhere. It was very, very strange. And pretty funny, I gotta say. I was scratching my head when I first skipped her, like, where did she go? Like, what could... Yeah, I didn't fully comprehend what happened. It was pretty funny. I banished her into darkness. Yeah, exactly. Another thing to do is that obviously we are adding some additional prisoners. The question is, and I'll put this to poll in a little bit. There's actually two big things I want to put to poll. Well, one of them is, should there be a penalty for trying to ally Aborn's clan? Sort of the concept that was proposed by Franklin in YouTube comments was that, wouldn't it make sense to go back to -75, which I think is what we were at, or -80, something like that, and then have to work up to neutral? Now, the only issue with that is, while we have these quests up and open, these were, of course, only offered by Orange Zebra, Jarl of the Aborn's clan. So I'd probably want to finish the quests that I have on my plate before I, go hostile with them. But the idea for that would be, I did console in my neutrality with them. I didn't earn it. So at probably in 50 minutes or so, top of the hour, when most people that will show up have shown up, I'm going to have a poll about, hey, do we suffer some sort of consequence? Do we have to earn our neutrality and maybe an alliance? Or not. Another question that I had. Oh, good. Nothing like a... Oh, wow, you're a little vampire. You bit his neck and he is bleeding at 189% per day? Oh, good. Oh, good. That is a little bit more than just a hickey. I don't know if those were love taps. What is it? Crypto and Thora? Thora, you hate Crypto. Crypto, you hate Thora? No, they were not love taps. That came from a depth of hate there. Oof. Okay, well, I mean, Vikings fight. All right, so my feed here, you guys really lighting it up. So a ton of resubs. Let me see if I can't catch up without annoying YouTube. Angel Terra, Sky Collective, Embarador again, well, like 3 times more. Kiba Snow, Iskander, Shallow Gene Pool, Das, Fangface. Oh god, it just keeps going. Hoots. There was just a lot. Savior, Fangface again, Savior again, Glitch, always Glitch, reliable. And so on and so forth. If I missed it, I'm sorry. I don't feel like I don't feel like it's all that entertaining to raffle off a jumbo list of thank yous, but honestly, cheers, guys. Okay, so taking a look at the quests right now. The Legendary Hunt is going to be the winner. That was up as a poll for a little bit. I feel like I left it up long enough that we can safely say, yeah, okay, this is the winner. The issue here is the people that I would have sent as hunters just bit each other, like, a lot. Actually, Crypto, just go into bed. So the problem that I have is everybody that I would have sent to the hunt, not everybody, but some of the people that I would have sent to the hunt are now injured and really shouldn't probably be sent hunting. So stupid. Social fights are so stupid. One of the advantages of the if you all might remember, there is a like alien construct. It's basically the mod that allows you to have other species. It is and that mod, one of the advantages of that mod is it sets like a max cap of how much social damage you can do. Because of course in the past I've had social fights where it ended up with someone losing like literally a limb, like they'll punch their legs off or something, and it's like, I'm sorry, but unless you're built like the Hulk, I don't think you're punching legs off. Like, that's just, someone might exaggerate, but like, let's be honest, removal of legs not likely to be the result of social fighting. And in that mod, you can just say, oh, you know, the maximum amount of damage I want to anyone to be able to do in a social fight is like 5 points of damage or something like that. So it's more of a proper social fight, a little bit of roughhousing, but nothing that ends up with your neck half bitten off. Wow. Hey, Mr. Yoda. Mr. Yoda doesn't want to say hello. I'm going to force him. Well, Sky Collective and Mirador. Thank you, guys. And Morty. Howdy, Morty. So let's figure out who we're going to set to the hunt. Sven loves hunting. So he's a pretty obvious choice. Naz would be okay hunting. Oh, another thing that I wanted to mention, and I think you all will find this fair, although it was hilarious having not done this, is I did go into the One Big Family mod, and I modified it so that there was a less of a chance for my guys to be related to raiders or anyone else. The reason I did that is it got to the point where, like, Naz's family tree looks like a brush fire. I mean, look, just the amount of dead kin he has is just, like, kind of bordering on the absurd. And it just, at this point, doesn't even make sense. Yeah, his tree is pruned like a he loves me not flower. So, you know, given that information, I'm just like, all right, enough's enough. Like, he can't be related to everybody. He's just exaggerating. So I did reduce the amount of for that mod so that it isn't going to get ridiculous. Zeno asks, have I looked at the new Dyson Sphere game? I installed it yesterday. I have launched it and played it for maybe 1 second before I realized that I have too much work to do and stopped. But it might be one of those midweek streams. And there's a few other games on my radar like that will or could be midweek streams. Well, I don't deserve all these bits. I've done nothing but just like talk and let the game autoplay. So if I am to be heading out on a hunt, I think the best way to do this is to go tomorrow morning so that they get a full day's travel before resting. Taking a look at my bedrolls, I have 2 bedrolls. It might actually, if we, as you can see, bed rest is set to priority 1. It might allow Crypto, probably not Thora, because Thora was really tooled up, but it might allow Crypto to actually go on the trip. But I was thinking like Sven, Naz, Arna, and then maybe a brawler, just in case. I actually haven't fought any Nodrons, like full stop. You know, I don't know that fight at all, so it could be interesting. You have a third just southwest of the beacon. A third. Oh, yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I have 4 bedrolls. And I was thinking of sending 4 people, so that's perfect. Well, Freya is mightily confused because she seems to be sending me ambrosia. I guess it will be like Indian giving. Like, she'll give it to me and then take it away. I don't know. I'm so traumatized by how much she hates plants that I see her give me ambrosia and I'm like, Uh-huh. Sure. Ambrosia. It will never come to harvest. Case in point, I planted a nice field of hay, and what happens? What happens to my hay? Immediately cold snap. Immediately cold snap. It was not even a delay. I would be very wary about going on the Njörun hunt. They're not very easy to beat. Okay, well that's a very good heads up. However, chat told me to. So, yeah. It's one of these like, well, I'm not going to defy the wishes of the majority. That's not what I'm about. So, hey, if half my people perish trying to hunt a legendary creature, that's still a legendary fight. Maybe not one I want. I don't want to die that way, but you know. But just to remind people of the quest, a gigantic ox-like creature of unknown origin, the Njörun, which seems like it would be plural, but is wary by nature. Though docile, the beast is far too skittish to be tamed and is likely to retaliate if attacked. A pet tusk. I know you guys can like barely see Tusk, and actually I had to physically pick her up and carry her to my office because, oh, really? Okay, great. Thora, get in the actual bed, and Sven, she just got an infection. Sven, you treat her with actual meds. I guess it's weird. She loves me. She's like my little Velcro dog, but I guess she doesn't like my office. I think part of the reason is I have to close some doors to keep some sound out. And she doesn't like to be, trapped, I guess. I mean, I don't blame her, right? I smell. She knows it. But I carried her in here. And, well, she knows she can't leave. Oh, but she's good. All right. Coming up on nighttime, we do also have Cheese, Glitch, and Comey, who can help haul, especially if we... Yeah, I did lock her in. I will admit to that. But of course, Yoda's locked in with me here. And, you know, I did just let her out right before I started, so she should be okay. Oh, wow, I actually have more bedrolls than I even thought, because there's this overflow bedroll. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure that, Rob's got these beds. Because I had some bedrolls down here, but I was pretty sure that like Arner or someone carried those up. I don't know. Okay, let's get this hunt underway. Once I start to send my hunters out, let's figure out who we're actually sending. So between Modred and Freya, I'm going to send Modred because he's not a night owl. So I'm going to actually physically move them. Sven, Modred, Naz, and Arna. I'd like to send Crypto instead of Naz. Yeah, and he's all healed up. So these four. The reason I want to send Crypto and Arna, they both have crypto weapons. Which means, whoa, hype train 4. 30 sub-gifts and 8,800 bits. Salute. Like never before. I changed their schedule before they leave. No, I'm fine with them doing what they're doing. The reason why I wouldn't want to send Freya is being a night owl, she's going to be pissed if I'm fighting during the day. She's at more mood risk. She's at more break risk. Oh, wow. Their schedules are super messed up. No wonder they had mental breaks. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, well, fix that. I had no idea. And that would explain why he was not sleeping. Yeah, from the mining? Yeah, that's what it was. It was from breaking Arna out of here. Because she was locked in. Oh, I don't even know if I have my mod announcement correct. And I think you know that. My mod announcement's for Project Zomboid, so... There, I updated it for you, Klein. Literally seconds before Shield used it. Why do I sound extra crispy today? A new mic, a new mic preamp, and a new USB audio interface. And I did a whole lot of tweaking. I'm not truly an audiophile, so there's obviously going to be a lot of like adjustments I'm going to need to do. But, and sound treatment and everything. But yeah, I'm happy about it. Okay, so we did just get transport pods. Now the issue with transport pods, I'm actually going to cancel out the biofuel refinery. I don't know where I want to place it. I know that I'm about to dramatically renovate my base, and knowing that I'm about to dramatically renovate my base, like I don't want to place anything that can't be moved, like transport pod launchers or biofuel refineries. And I know that you can break them down and rebuild them and not suffer too much of a cost, but you know, I don't know. Okay, so right now, everybody should be eating simple meals, because I just caught them eating my pemmican, and that's travel meals. More pets for Tusky. She loves it. All right, taking a look at Arna, Crypto, Madrid, and Sven. Sven needs to consume a meal, and then we'll be set to go. World, form caravan to the hunt. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll also bring Comey. Actually, how do I tell? Are these all male? Because I'd preferably bring male over female, because if female can get pregnant, and I don't want miscarriages or whatever. So yeah, Comey's male, Glitch and Cheese are female. So let's bring Comey, and then we'll also bring some sweet rolls, 4 sweet rolls. I'm gonna leave the insect jelly. We'll plan on selling those. We'll have bed rolls for everybody. Some herbal meds. I'm gonna bring all of my pemmican. What else do I need? I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. I'd love to bring tea and beer or whatever, but I just don't have any. All right, send. I'm taking potatoes. Oh, am I taking potatoes? That's awkward. Well, whatever. I guess I'm taking potatoes. Unintended. Consequence of inattentiveness. Are they training the dogs with sweet rolls? It's going to be some diabetic dogs, man. Another thing that I noticed about the sweet rolls is in order to make sweet rolls, you do need animal eggs, unfertilized eggs. And because of the unfertilized egg requirement, we are going to need to train animals that produce eggs. Now, there's a lot of egg-laying animals that won't make unfertilized eggs. They only make fertilized eggs, like tortoise, for instance. So it's going to be a little tricky to find the correct type of animals. Okay, so the guys that are being sent are going to be almost everything. I'm just going to take... Okay, sweet rolls is off of almost everything. That's exactly what I wanted. How's Thora doing? Her infection is fine. She doesn't have a lot of resistance yet, but it's still pretty early. Okay, these guys are heading out. Madrid's going to be a little slow. He's peg-legged, so, you know, that makes sense. Not turkey? No, I do believe... I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that turkeys can lay unfertilized eggs. Most of the fowl can, but like amphibians can't. Like iguanas... I'd really have to check the wiki because I don't have this memorized necessarily, but I do know that some animals that will lay eggs do not lay unfertilized, like I said. So I think the list is like iguanas and turtles don't... Duckling. Some Lucy eggs. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see. I don't get offered a lot of farm animals, though. That's just not something that you'll see me be offered much. So right now, all of the potential constructors have left the base. I really hope that they return home, because if they don't, I'm going to have one unbuilt base, that's for sure. This middle one, I'm going to switch back to heel root, because I suspect I'm going to need a whole lot of it. What else? Yeah, I haven't really fully decided on what layout I should have for the base, like I said. I do know that I want to break down this old monument. There's no need to build this monument or anything like that. And then, or keep it built, I should say. And then I want to redesign this honey apiary. This honey apiary currently, okay, is handled by Freya. We can definitely get a lot more honey for the space that we invest. If I take a look at the structures, one of the things I might be able to do is actually just wall in my hayfield fully. What stones do I have in excess of? I have an excess of sandstone. So sandstone is not a great stone. I mean, I think you all know it's pretty trash. But if I can just create a wall like this, it will keep the wild animals out of my hayfields. And I can even double wall it in. Oh, it looks like there might be a cave here. I should investigate. Speaking of caves, I still have this one not filled in too. My guys really love to take their time with that. Yes, they do. All right, so if I did wall this in, it would look... And walling this in, if I'm in a pinch, one of the benefits of walling this in could be that I add heaters and a grow light and have the ability to grow devil strand or corn or something like that. Something that obviously couldn't be hydroponically grown. So there is some benefit to setting up your farm to be in one big walled-in box. And then on the flip side, at the bottom of this, we can also add doors here and here so that we can travel through it, but enemies can't. And if enemies spawn on the edge of the map, they'll likely go around into our kill box. Speaking of our kill box, it's going to have to expand to accommodate this steam geyser, because I'm going to want to build a steam geyser here and here, which means like this wall here is likely to come all the way down like this at some point. But I'm not going to lay that out quite yet. Yeah, the edge of the map is too bad. It does make sense from like a logical standpoint that you shouldn't be able to build to the edge, because I've seen some games like this, like not RimWorld obviously, but games like this where all you had to do was really to defeat the enemies is to like build everywhere on the edge, and once you do that, they can't spawn, and it gets real weird. So it's pretty important not to just like build all the way to the edge and not have points of ingress. For that reason, it's also very you have to be very careful not to introduce new ways to be attacked. So for instance, if I was to mine northward into this mountain, it would also be very, very important for me to not mine to the edge, because if I mine to the edge, I'm opening myself up to additional way that someone might, attack me. Oh, did I leave no doctor here either? Oh my goodness. Who can pretend to be doctor? Night divinity? Not. You are going to pretend to be doctor. Her immunity is so high that this tending was totally unnecessary, but whatever. Whatever. Another thing that I haven't really done yet, but I do intend to, is I'll probably move from beer over to mead. Getting a lot of mead fermenting barrels and focusing more on mead than anything else. So that's going to be a direction I take this colony as well, but I'll leave that up to poll. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I want you guys to vote on in about a half an hour once I feel like the people that will be here are here. Yeah, we only got 3 bottles of mead for Christmas, and yeah, well, here they are. Our little bottles of mead. And cheers. Cheers to the mead. Is there a way to get more quests? Oh, Thora is binging on alcohol. Well, there goes our mead. I count it and watch it decrease. Is there a way to get more quests? No, not really. Having more allies might offer you some more quests, but for the most part, just completing them and having a cleared quest queue. And yes, Katie, the corpses are to feed my wolves. I figured enemies can be fed this way. I do have a cannibal in my colony, but I don't feed the cannibal anything. I mean, I feed them, but I don't feed them human meat. My last Twitch series was about full-blown cannibalism. Everybody in the colony had to be a cannibal, and we ate well. But obviously in this series, you know, we're Vikings. Vikings were not historically cannibals. Now, I'm not trying to necessarily be historically accurate, because God knows that's not all that possible with RimWorld. Because RimWorld, to some degree or another, is a, like, war crime simulator. And, yeah. We were, yeah. But now we're cyber Vikings. Obviously, we're running around with, but even the Viking mod I'm using has, you know, high-tech weaponry. Like Crypto and Arna have, like, weapons introduced by the mod. A Crypto crossbow and a Crypto rifle. And obviously those are, you know, they're fake fantasy future weapons. Now I just need a raptor to ride around on and put out an awesome film on Steam. Okay, so Thora, the lady who bit the hell out of Crypto's neck yesterday, is now getting very drunk and probably going to start some fights. Naz, for whatever reason, tried to flirt with her about talking about his courageousness, which I'm pretty sure is just called courage. Not to nitpick, you know, but she ignored him because she's drunk. My caravan heading to the Njörun hunt is about 1.6 days away, and the Njörun hunt will last for 2 days. So I'm going to get there, but like just barely. And then Freya is suffering. Here, Freya, eat a sweet roll. She's suffering because she... Why are you even up? You should be asleep. Go to sleep. There's a bad psychic drone happening right now, and she's just pissed about that. So her mood is like in the dumps. Can I build a monument to Thor? I could build a monument to Hel, but not Thor. We're kind of not, we're not good Vikings. We're actually defying the will of Odin and pretty much everybody but Hel. We're basically a doomsday cult. So we don't worship the traditional Nordic gods. We're actually just trying to bring about apocalypse. Like Mehrunes Dagon or whatever. That was a reference that some of you might just be too young to understand. But I feel like it was a very good reference. No, I'm not even talking about Skyrim. I'm talking about way before Skyrim. Way before Skyrim. Yeah. Yeah, in the original Elder Scrolls, not the original, but the older Elder Scrolls, there was doomsday cults that attempted to assassinate world leaders and bring about sort of, well, Ragnarok a little bit, honestly. It was sort of a Ragnarok-esque storyline that they were following. And then, of course, they were eventually... Well, all right, let me not spoil it, because those old Elder Scrolls games are really, really fun. And if you can stomach the slightly lower graphics, because, you know, they're ancient games, play the hell out of them, because they are a lot of fun. Okay, so we are a day and a third away. Freya is about to embed her axe in probably a prisoner. I almost want to do a prediction of, like... well, let's do one. Okay. Here is a little prediction about our girl Freya here. Will she kill or harm someone else? Yes or no? It's really that simple. So, just a little reminder. Her mood's bad, and she is going crazy. I'm not going to try to push her one way or another. I'm not going to try to influence the outcome of this, but I'm just saying that she is very, very upset and is on edge and quite likely to explode on someone. So if you would like to predict whether she harms someone or not. Hey! Oh, this just tipped the scales a bit. Not just suggested throwing a feast. Because no one is feeling happy. I mean, if you look at this, Naz is being rebuffed by drunk Thora, so he's mad, and he also has lost, all of his family, and then Thora is pissed off, but she just got catharsis, luckily, but she was particularly pissed off because she was tired and the psychic drone. Freya, psychic drone, everything's ugly, she hates her bedroom, she somehow ate without a table, I don't know how that happened. And then, where's Not? Yeah, Not, oh, this makes a lot of sense. So Not suggested throwing the party, and he's actually running around hauling chem fuel. Good job, Not. I'm going to put the chem fuel where the mortar shells are stored, because I don't want them in my general stockpile, where they're vulnerable to short-circuiting. And there's no power that runs around here, so this is pretty safe as far as chem fuel storage goes. So if you're wondering what a feast is an event much like a party in vanilla RimWorld, but they just eat and drink a lot more. It's more eat and drink centric. What do I think they will make? Do I think they will make more DLCs for RimWorld? I can almost promise you that, yes. Yeah. I can basically guarantee that will happen, because I know that there are some. I don't know the details. I'm not an insider or anything, but I know that there are some in development right now, so undoubtedly there will be more. Yes. Yeah. When you're out of chem fuel, just huff some. I mean, when you're out of mead, just huff some chem fuel for the rescue. I don't think it's that kind of party, but I'm taking part in a feast. It's a +10 mood, and I think when the psychic drone ends, I'm going to end the... Oh, and there it is. She didn't kill anyone. I'm sorry, whoever thought that she did. I really thought so, but Not had a very good idea of throwing a big old party, a big old feast. What's funny is Thora hasn't eaten anything during this feast. I don't know why. Everybody else has had like 3 or 4 meals each. Like, this is not... Oh, there she finally goes. What would I want from DLCs? I would like better geopolitical politics. I would like there to be more stuff to do on the world map. More deep interaction rather than just like caravan here, travel there. Something deeper about making relationships with other factions. That I think would be very beneficial. What else? What other? I think RimWorld at its core is very good about, better caravanning, obviously. RimWorld at its core is a very good storyteller mechanic, and I think introducing more emergent gameplay based upon the stories and lives of your colonists would be beneficial. Sort of a core update, yeah. I also would obviously like to see legit multiplayer, and I have reason to believe that that is something that Ludion, the developer, is actually considering and trying to do legit, because they are, you know, I've seen them put out like job advertisements for people that have experience doing multiplayer Unity games. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to give it a lot of thought about what I think RimWorld is lacking. Multiplayer would be a big one, obviously. But that's also true, you know, like tomorrow I'll be playing Project Zomboid, and that's also true of Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is multiplayer, but it kind of lacks in the multiplayer department, where there's just not that much to do with other players. Yeah, multiplayer colonies would be amazing. Okay, someone needs to get cooking, because we are flat out of meals, and I don't want you to start eating eggs or whatever. Multiplayer RimWorld is a lot of fun, and I've been playing a little multiplayer RimWorld. I had a real-life friend visit me for a few days, or actually weeks, really. And we were trying to play multiplayer RimWorld. The problem was it's just very buggy, the mods, that is. And in terms of, like, for Twitch or some other method of entertainment, it isn't reliable enough to really make a, you know, to rely upon the stability of the mod for Twitch. So playing it on your own is fine, but, you know, for streams, it does not work. It crashes too often. Way too often. But yeah, that I haven't really thought, like I said, I haven't really thought about what my wish list would be. Just, is there any reason I'm not cooking fine meals? No, there's actually really not any good reason that I'm cooking. Now that we have a source of vegetables, I should switch over to fines. Let's go do that. Let's make up until 26 fine meals. And Naz will do that when he's up. Another thing I guess that I would like to see in RimWorld is more than just like an alternative play mode. The last patch or two sort of introduced this, but I guess what I'm trying to say is RimWorld at its core is just like a wave survival simulator when you really, really boil it down a lot. And for a lot of players, just defending against larger and larger swarms of enemies is, I don't want to say boring, but like it gets repetitive. So there's a very fair point to be said where it would be nice if you like mechanoid clusters introduced some really interesting alternatives to regular raids, where previously it was just like either you're raided, you're sapped, you're sieged, and that was it. You know, that, or infested, you know, infestations. I think RimWorld would benefit from a much wider variety of existential threats, because all of the non-combat existential threats are very manageable for an experienced player. I mean, heat wave, cold snap, toxic fallout, droners and suppressors, they're not that dangerous when you play at a very high level. They're just not that dangerous. And I think RimWorld would benefit from a variety of far more complicated and dangerous, maybe even multi-part quests of, like, you know, so it's not just like, because all the quests right now are just sort of one and done. You know, it's just like, oh, go do this one thing and then you're that's it. So yeah, but that's enough of me rambling on that topic, because, you know, half of what I just mentioned could be mods, and it would be fine. All right, looks like we have... Oh, map encounter. All right, so here are the 2 Njörun, or 4 Njörun. Oh, boy. I don't really know if I want to fight 4 of them. Comey immediately went to sleep. So one of the things I'm going to try to do is to chaos skip one. And, of course, they go nowhere. There we go. I don't want to be next to it. Did you just try to hit... Oh, you are already trying to fight me. Oh, okay, that's very, very different. Well, unfortunately, at this hour, they have a bit of an advantage because we're not moving very fast. So they're already chasing me, huh? All right, so the thing I'm going to try to do now is, yeah, chaos skip aggro's animals. I'm just going to try to wound them so that I can continue to outrun. Just spread the damage around until their movement speed has been decreased. Another thing is, the problem is it's 2 in the morning and I have no light, but animals don't really care about light level, but my dudes do. So that's a bit of a problem. Also, Modred, you are really, really, really slow, so I'm going to have you just keep moving. Okay, one of them is unconscious because of serious hypothermia. Basically, we froze her to death. Or not to death, to unconsciousness as a result of all the crypto weapons. Okay, paying attention over here. Thora, I wanted you to haul this when you were done. Sven, you are severely lacking... yes. Okay, as you can see, most of them have sustained wounds enough that they're not going to be able to chase me full speed. One of the things I'm going to need to do is... let's get some sweet rolls out here for our guys and gals so they don't have mental breaks. Especially after running through a big swamp like this, because that's, I know, going to piss them off. Now what I need to do is I need to fight them so that they get knocked unconscious, like, right near me, so I could finish them off more quickly. Because they're obviously getting knocked out constantly because of the hypothermia incurred by the weapons, but without the ability to finish them off, they just keep getting back up. I could tame them, but nah, I don't want to. We're here to hunt. They are taking a beating, though, I gotta say. Respect. If they actually get knocked unconscious, like if there's a true opportunity for me to try to tame one, I will, but no one here animal handles, so actually I don't think that's possible. If we take a look, their minimum is 10. Yeah, no one can. Freya would have needed to be here for a true taming attempt. One. Payment arrived. Oh, I forgot I was getting paid. Wait, what? Cool. You guys are getting paid? All right, let me back up and make sure to definitely suppress with cold weapons. And then I'm sending Sven in to quickly tap them out. Just keep dumping on this one. Nope, just keep going. Keep firing. Alright, keep firing. Actually, you fire on this one. Chill. Chill, you big oxen. Please don't shoot Sven. Alright, they are truly defeated. Next up, of the people that are here, we don't really have any cooks. That's okay. Let's see. Arna, what do you need? You're all very pissed. Crypto, you're most likely to break. I really don't want any mental breaks before I get a chance to help these guys out. All right, Sven, let's break down some of the steel furniture. Oh, honor your Yoda points. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Mid-combat, I definitely can miss things. Yes, they do have special fur, and that's actually why I'm here. So I'm going to be constructing a butcher table. Who plant cuts? Crypto, you do. Sorry, Crypto. Why are you all so tired? Did you not sleep? Like, all of the rest is basically 0. I guess I arrived in the fight like I don't know. But let's get this tough skin gland and the plasteel into the base. And we will butcher these as best as we are able. Yeah, they didn't sleep beforehand. Well, I'm going to butcher and bolt. So, cooks. Arna? Oh, God, you're in the worst mood. Modred? I should have sent a good cook, huh? Oh, well. And then, let's see. We are going to drop on the floor, although I don't think there's an alternative. It's not like I have a stockpile anywhere. Hi! Okay, so the Njörun fur here, very good sharp. Not amazing. Like, that's like a little bit better than bear, but the cold insulation is pretty incredible. So I think therein lies the benefit. And we are almost out of here. I really want to be out of here before they have like a true mental break. Because Modred's about to. Okay, let's get out of here before he goes crazy. Items. I'm going to bring the fur. And I can bring all the meat. It's actually pretty cold out, so there's a chance that meat won't spoil. Don't forget the insect jelly from last time. You mean this insect jelly? I already got it. Okay, Thora's trying to shoot some animals. It's not working very well for her, but I'm not going to tease her about that. How are these guys doing? We have resistance remaining 13 and 18, so they're definitely becoming easier. Taking a look at their needs, they're both in hideous environments. I can fix that. Let's put in daylilies here. I'm gonna call it prison lilies, and make it look nicer for them to enjoy their environment and be easier to recruit. And that way, you guys can get them raffled off to you. All right, taking a look at my current meat supply. It does occur to me that with my hunters hunting as poorly as they currently are, I'm a little worried about running out of raw meat. As you can see, I really just don't have that much of it. I have 189, which is not a ton. So I'm going to send Naz and Thora out. Naz, my mental break on me. Do the beehives need flowers? Yes, they need a certain amount of flowers around them to produce honey, and if not, they go dormant. So it is very important that they are flowered. I do intend to make a much more productive apiary. That's on my to-do list, but that's not that high on the to-do list until other things get sorted out. Let's see. There was one big poll item that I talked about at the start of the stream that I'm now going to poll you all because it's been long enough. So let me explain before I post the poll. The question is basically, should we have to earn our reputation with Aborn's clan? So last stream, I asked you all, a lot of the quests that you get, like Orange Zebra's legendary catacomb, a lot of these types of quests that you get require you to at least be neutral with another faction. And you all pretty overwhelmingly said, yes, we should be in fact neutral with at least one other faction so that we can receive these quests. So then my other question to you all is, should we earn it? Should we have to gift gifts to Aborn's clan to earn our reputation? Because what I did last stream was basically just dev mode in our relationship. So that's what this poll is about. If you vote yes, if you vote yes, we will go back to being hostile, and I'll have to earn the relationship. If you vote no, we just leave our reputation the way it is, which is 0. We're neutral right now. So those are the polls. Right now we're neutral, and you all can vote on that. I just wanted your feedback because I don't want to use dev mode without, an opinion, and I think that's pretty important. Oh, hey, grass dying to the cold. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Why do I even bother? It's just gonna die. I'm gonna still wall this in, because I can honestly turn this into a beautiful, beautiful apiary, and maybe that's what I do with it. But yeah, that farm is cursed. Totally cursed. Okay, we are getting our hunt on though. Thora, at her neurotic jogging pace, will be able to get some. This barracks is still awful. This is just because there's a lot of like rough stone and they're just making a whole big mess of everything. Oh my god, there's so much filth here. Yeah. I hate unnatural tile like this. Because it goes from somewhat impressive to awful just because of filth. I could put a hearth in here, but for the light requirement of being 51%, I would need a grow light to grow hay grass. And a hearth only produces, basically fire only produces 50% light, and only flowers can grow at 50% light. Crops that yield stuff, like fruit or vegetables, require 51. So the it's basically just not viable to grow without a grow light, except for flowers. So as you can see here, flowers, If I go to dandelions here, flowers. Actually, it says light requirement 51%, but I know they grow. Oh, a zoo, an Odin hut. Oh God. Yep. Thanks, Orange Zebra. You really want to get me killed. No, I might be able to manage an Odin hunt. It would just be very rough. So once you all vote in this poll, and I'll leave this up for a few more minutes, the next poll is going to be what next to focus on, which threw out some ideas, but my idea so far is base improvements, questing, or raiding. Those 3 ideas. Right now, we don't have any restlessness because we've raided recently, but if you have any other ideas not listed of those 3, just tag me or a moderator or both, and maybe it gets added. Thank you all for watching the Blades of Ragnarok, which originally aired live on Twitch. This has been episode 32. If you have any feedback for me, the comments below or Discord is the place for your feedbacks. If you'd like to give me feedback on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord. It also has a link to Twitch and my countdown timer and my stream schedule and all that jazz. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, I do invite you to do so. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll catch you all next episode. Farewell, everybody.